Welcome, you're my channel. When you wake up every morning, remember that the way you choose to act will set a chain reaction in motion, a silent force that shapes how the world responds to your presence. So decide today that you will act with unshakable confidence, unrelenting, and a determination so fierce that even the tough obstacles feel compelled to yield. Because when you act like the person who refuses to accept mediocrity, the universe aligns itself to magnify your effort, rewarding your courage with unexpected blessings and hidden opportunities waiting for you to claim them. And it all starts with a single decision to behave as though you're already worthy of everything you dream about. And when you carry yourself with the dignity of someone who knows their value, the world takes notice, offering respect, admiration, and doors that once seemed sealed shut. And this is not about arrogance or pretending to be something you are not, but rather embracing the truth that every great accomplishment in human history was initiated by someone willing to act beyond what others expected of them. So let your actions announce to everyone that you are not here to blend in or fade into the background, but to leave an imprint so vivid that future generations will feel inspired by your example. Because when you act like your vision is non-negotiable, when you act like your time is precious and your purpose undeniable, the distractions that once consumed your energy will shrink in significance, and you will discover how much momentum can be built for self-doubt, instead channeling your focus toward progress, no matter how small, because every step you take with conviction multiplies your influence. And when you act with the intention to uplift others along your journey, you become a beacon of hope for those who have forgotten their own strength. And soon you will notice that your commitment to acting with integrity and resolve transforms not just your own path, but the culture around you, igniting the dormant potential of those who cross your path. So decide right now that you will walk and create with the conviction of someone who has already succeeded, because there is no reward for waiting until you feel completely ready, no trophy for hesitating until every fear subsides. But there is greatness waiting for those who dare to step into their higher selves, who act as though their destiny cannot be denied. And when you adopt this mindset, you will see doors open in places you never even considered looking, because life recognizes and rewards those who purpose. And every time you feel the temptation to shrink yourself to appease others' expectations, remember that you are here to set a new standard, that acting as if your dreams are already within reach is not delusion of transformation. So cultivate the discipline to align your behavior with your aspirations, to choose actions that honor your potential rather than cater to your insecurities. Because when you act like this, when you walk into every room with the energy of a person who will not be underestimated, the world can't help but adjust its gaze to accommodate your radiance. And though challenges will arise, though critics will surface, setbacks will test your faith. None of these can withstand the power of someone unwavering commit to become the most courageous version of themselves, because that kind of resolve reshapes reality itself. So let your daily choices reflect the magnitude of what you are building, and watch as the world begins to shift in response to the frequency. A frequency that says you will not be swayed by temporary discomfort or fleeting doubt, because your purpose is too vital to abandon them. And every action you take today carves a clearer path toward the life you envision. So act like the leader who sees possibility where others see limitations, the creator who refuses to wait for permission to begin, the dreamer who transforms imagination into tangible impact. And over time, you will notice that your external circumstances rise to meet your internal standards. Because reality is remarkably pliable in the hands of those who dare to behave like their potential is infinite. Oh, make the decision to stand taller, speak bolder, and move faster in pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. Because every day you delay is a day you could have spent building the legacy that will outlive you. And when you act like the person whose life story is worth telling, you become a magnet for the resources, connections, and insights that accelerate your progress. So release the old narratives that said you were too ordinary, too unprepared, too small to make a difference, and replace them with a new declaration. You will act as though your contribution matters, because it does, and in doing so, you empower others to rise alongside, proving that it is not some distant miracle that changes everything, but the daily choice to embody your highest ideals. So when you walk out your door, let every gesture and every word reflect the commitment you have made to become extreme. And when the inevitable moments of fatigue or uncertainty emerge, remember that persistence is not about feeling invincible, but about acting with faith even when fear is loud. So cultivate rituals that strengthen your resolve. Surround yourself with people who mirror your, and build habits that reinforce the identity you are claiming, because every action you take is either feeding your future or fueling your regret. And when you consistently act in alignment with the life you desire, you build an unshakable foundation that cannot be stolen by circumstance or undermined by critics. So act like this is the only chance you have to create meaning, because in many ways it is, and when you do, you will look back with gratitude for the moments you refused to settle, for the times you chose to stand up when it would have been easier to sit down, because those decisions become the turning points that redefine what is possible for you and everyone you influence. So let your actions speak louder than your excuses. Let your discipline overshadow your doubt, and let your vision can fuel every step forward, because when you act like the world has no choice but to recognize your worth, eventually it will, and when that day, you will realize it was never about external validation, but about proving to yourself that you were always capable of more than you imagined. So keep moving with purpose, keep speaking with conviction, keep showing up with an energy that says you'll not, because the world makes room for those who act as though they belong at the table, and every time you demonstrate that belief, you give silent permission for others to do the same. So decide today that you will no longer wait for the right moment or the perfect condition, because the only requirement for greatness is the willingness to act like it is already yours. And when you live this way, you discover that the world becomes a mirror reflecting back the power you have decided to claim. So step boldly into your role as a catalyst for change. Act with the integrity of someone who knows their values are non-negotiable, and embrace every challenge as an invitation to grow stronger, because in the end, it will not be the circumstances you face that define you, but the way you chose to respond. So act like your dreams are worth every sacrifice, like your time is too precious to squander on excuses, like your purpose is a gift meant to be fully unwrapped. And when you do, you will find that the world cannot help but rise to meet you where you